And they're off and running. Robin Shower goes to the lead under Jerry Carwood, racing in second place. Coal Dust about 5-6 lengths off the lead. Bubble Economy up on the outside in third, followed by Catalog Kid for a Wing and a Prayer. And completing the field is Warning Crossing as they straighten away down the backside, heading towards the first fence. Robin Shower showing the way towards the first. Robin Shower with the lead, Bubble Economy, Coal Dust right alongside, Catalog Kid for a Wing and a Prayer as they head now towards the second of 13 fences. Robin Shower is led from the beginning, still holding on to about a 5-length advantage over Coal Dust, who races in second place. Bubble Economy on the outside in third as they head now towards and over the third fence. Robin Shower still with the lead. Coal Dust racing in second place. Bubble Economy on the outside with Catalog Kid for a Wing and a Prayer. As the leader is over the next fence, and they race into the turn, 4 fences down, 9 to go. This is the first of 2 times to go around the course. Robin Shower on top by about 4 lengths. Coal Dust racing in second place, followed by Bubble Economy, Catalog Kids for a Wing and a Prayer, and Warning Crossing as they straighten away and head for home. The first of 2 times to go around. Robin Shower has led from the beginning. Coal Dust on the inside, racing in second place. Bubble Economy and Arch Kinsley close up in third as they head towards the 6th fence. Robin Shower be there first. Bubble Economy and Coal Dust dueling for second place. Catalog Kid racing in fourth. Warning Crossing and Tom Foley moving up on the outside, taking over 5th place for a Wing and a Prayer, completing the field. The leader is over the fence in front of the stand. That's Robin Shower on top by about 5 lengths. Coal Dust and Cheryl Murphy racing in second place, followed by Bubble Economy, Catalog Kid, Warning Crossing, and for a Wing and a Prayer. They race around the turn. They've got one more time to go around. Robin Shower has led every step of the way, still maintaining about a 5-length advantage. Coal Dust racing in second place, closest to the leader. Bubble Economy and Arch Kinsley now moving up alongside, necks apart between second and third. Moving up on the extreme outside is for a Wing and a Prayer. They're tightly bunched, straightening away down the backside, heading towards the 8th fence. Robin Shower still with the lead, but now it's less than it was. Robin Shower, Coal Dust on the outside for a Wing and a Prayer. Bubble Economy there also. Robin Shower under pressure to hold off Coal Dust, who's going easily on the inside, and Bubble Economy on the outside. Warning Crossing now has joined the leaders. Is only about 2 lengths off the lead. They've got about a half mile to go. Coal Dust on the inside now with a slight advantage. Robin Shower still holding on in second place. Bubble Economy from the outside in third, followed by Warning Crossing. They race towards the next. 3 fences remain. Coal Dust going easily on the front end under Cyril Murphy. Bubble Economy and Arch Kinsley stalking him from the outside for a Wing and a Prayer with Jody Petty up. Now is challenged by Warning Crossing as they race into the turn with less than 3/8 of a mile to go. Coal Dust is the one to catch. Bubble Economy races closest to him in second place with Warning Crossing in third. They straighten away for home. 2 fences remain. Coal Dust and Cyril Murphy setting the pace now. Bubble Economy trying to make up ground on the outside. On the extreme outside, Warning Crossing races in third. For Song and a Prayer racing in fourth. Over the last fence, Bubble Economy trying to come on and get Coal Dust. It's Coal Dust with the lead. Bubble Economy racing in second place. They battle towards the finish line. Coal Dust now in hand and in command. Cyril Murphy and Coal Dust win it by about 2.5 lengths. Bubble Economy is followed across the finish line by Warning Crossing and for a Song and a Prayer. Robin Shower pulled up.
Welterweight.
Damon can't be too pleased. Damon can't be too pleased.
Snowball Flanagan and Devil's Honor. Over the first fence, Stonewall Bob and Ann Hamilton showing the way. Hunt Lane races in second place. Bob Stay close up in third. Gilded Sun jumping in fourth place over the second fence. Snowball Flanagan and Devil's Honor as they head quickly towards the third of 16 fences. Ann Hamilton and Stonewall Bob now opening up at least a 10-length advantage. Gilded Sun and Thomas Summerlin racing in second place, followed by Hunt Lane, Bob Stain, Devil's Honor, and Snowball Flanagan on the inside. They've got 2 more times to go around. Stonewall Bob with a commanding lead of at least a dozen lengths. Gilded Sun racing in second place. Hunt Lane close up under Robbie Walsh in third. It's a gap of 3 lengths farther back to Bob Stay, with Devil's Honor moving up on the outside under Blair Waterman and Snowball Flanagan completing the field. Stonewall Bob leads towards the fourth fence by at least a dozen lengths. Stonewall Bob on top, tightly bunched behind him. Stonewall Bob over that one with the lead. Gilded Sun in second place. Hunt Lane, Devil's Honor there also with Bob Stay. The leader is at the fifth. Stonewall Bob going well on the front end. Gilded Sun jumping in second place. Devil's Honor moves up under Blair Waterman to take over third with Hunt Lane right alongside, and the leader is at and over the sixth fence. Stonewall Bob and Ann Hamilton leading from the beginning. Gilded Sun with Tony Summerlin racing in second place, followed by Devil's Honor, Hunt Lane, Bob Stay, and Snowball Flanagan. Over the seventh fence, Stonewall Bob now leads by about 5 lengths as they race into and around the turn. Gilded Sun racing in second place with Hunt Lane and Devil's Honor as a team racing in third and fourth. A gap of 6 more lengths back to Bob Stay and Snowball Flanagan completing the field. 1 more time to go around after this. Stonewall Bob has led from the beginning as they head now towards the 8th fence. Gilded Sun jumping in second place with Hunt Lane right alongside. Devil's Honor close up in fourth. Bob Stay and Snowball Flanagan. Stonewall Bob is the one to catch. That lead now is about a length. Gilded Sun moving up on the outside to challenge for the lead. Hunt Lane going well in third, and Devil's Honor at the 10th fence. Stonewall Bob on top by about a length and a quarter. Gilded Sun racing in second place, followed by Hunt Lane close up throughout in third with Devil's Honor, Bob Stay, and Snowball Flanagan. They race around the turn. Stonewall Bob still setting the pace. Hunt Lane has now moved well within striking distance, only about a length and a half off the lead. Gilded Sun drops back about 5 lengths off the lead, racing in third. Devil's Honor and Blair Waterman racing in fourth place. Snowball Flanagan and Bob Stay completes the field. They straighten away down the backside for the final time. Stonewall Bob leads towards the 11th fence. Hunt Lane racing in second place with Devil's Honor in third. Gilded Sun has dropped back into fourth. Snowball Flanagan and Chris Reed now moving up to challenge for fourth with Bob Stay running last. At the 12th fence, racing as a team, Snowball Flanagan moves up on the outside. Stonewall Bob is the leader. Stonewall Bob on top. Hunt Lane right alongside as they head towards the next. Heads apart on the front end. Stonewall Bob with Hunt Lane now putting his head out in front. Devil's Honor racing in third with Snowball Flanagan racing in fourth. With only 3 more fences to go, Hunt Lane and Robbie Walsh now have assumed command and have opened up about a 3-length advantage. Stonewall Bob racing in second place, Devil's Honor in third, Snowball Flanagan, Gilded Sun, and Bob Stay the trailer. A little bit more than a quarter of a mile to go. Hunt Lane is going easy on the front end. Stonewall Bob racing in second place. Devil's Honor racing in third. About a quarter of a mile to go. Hunt Lane with the lead. Stonewall Bob, early leader, still holding on for second with Devil's Honor racing in third place. 1 more fence to go. Hunt Lane on his way here. Stonewall Bob in second place. Devil's Honor in third. Snowball Flanagan racing in fourth. Hunt Lane romping home to victory under Robbie Walsh, winning it in hand.
Bob out to a fast start in that race. Stonewall Bob led for the most part, but began to tire on the backstretch, and Hunt Lane making its move with Robert Walsh in the irons, coming around the final turn and down the stretch, going away. Won quite easily, did Hunt Lane.
Making the trophy presentation, the Founders Cup is given by Mrs. John A. Luckmeyer Jr.
They're all in line, and away they go. Agitator goes to lead at once with Assembly racing in second place. One more up on the outside with Upheld alongside. Council Neal on the inside. Brig from between horses moving up with Honor Me Always on the outside. Agitator leads towards the first of 13 fences, now maintaining about a 3-length advantage. Agitator will be at the fence first, about a length clear of Brig, and Honor Me Always now moving up on the outside to challenge for the lead. Agitator leads towards the second fence by about a length and a quarter. Honor Me Always jumping in second place and making up ground and going to the front. Honor Me Always and Cyril Murphy on top. Robert Massey and Agitator racing in second place as they head towards and over the third fence. Brig is right behind those two racing in third. He's followed by one more, Assembly, Counselor Neal, Sham Assis, Blasphemous, Vintage Class, and Upheld. The leaders are over the fourth fence. That's Honor Me Always on the outside, Agitator on the inside. Those two are matching strides into and around the turn, with Honor Me Always having a slight advantage. Agitator racing in second place, Brig in third. As they head towards the fifth fence, straightening away now. Honor Me Always and Cyril Murphy on top. Agitator racing in second place, followed by Brig close up in third. It's a good gap back to the others. One more, and David Bentley racing in fourth place with Assembly. Counselor Neal there also. The leaders are at the sixth fence. Honor Me Always on top. Agitator going well in second place. Brig now moving closer up and taking over second as they head towards the next fence. Honor Me Always now on top by about a length and a quarter. Brig going well in second place. Agitator drops back in third, followed by one more, Sham Assist. Counselor Neal on the inside, Assembly. And the trailer is Upheld. Time to go around. They race around the turn. Honor Me Always on top by about 2 lengths. Brig racing in hand in second place. Agitator is another 6 lengths farther back in third. One more moving up on the inside to challenge for third, and then they're tightly bunched behind him. Shamasis, Assembly, Counselor Neal, Blasphemous, Vintage Class, and Upheld. The leaders are at the 8th fence. Honor Me Always running and jumping on the front end, holding on to about a 3-length advantage over Brig. One more going well for David Bentley on the inside, now challenges for third place, with Sham Assist from between horses. Over the 9th fence, Honor Me Always maintaining that advantage. Now it's about a 4-length lead. You can throw a blanket over the next 4. Brig leads that group, racing in second place. Sham Assist on the outside, Counselor Neal between horses, and one more also. Honor Me Always going well on the front end. Brig is joined by Sham Assist, who now moves closer to the leader. Shamus making up ground under Gus Brown. Honor Me Always on top by about 2 lengths as he got less than 3/8 of a mile to go. Honor Me Always is the one to catch. Shamus racing in second place. Counselor Neal has taken over third with one more racing in fourth place. 2 fences remain for Honor Me Always. Honor Me Always with the lead. Shamus racing in second place. Counselor Neal now moving up the challenge for second as they're driving towards the last fence. Honor Me Always on top over the last, and he's got less than 1/8 of a mile to go, and he's going well. Counselor Neal in the middle of the course trying to make up ground. Honor Me Always on top. Shamus and Counselor Neal, they'll duel for second, but Honor Me Always is going to give Cyril Murphy and Tom Voss their second win today. Honor Me Always, Shamus, followed by Counselor Neal and one more.
And a little photo op for the media.
They're all in line, and they're off and running. As they head towards the first fence, Trebizond on the inside with Trey Touche out of the middle of the course, an offer you can't refuse. At the first fence, an offer you can't refuse, and Roger Horgan showing the way. Trebizond racing in second place, Darn Tip Alarm on the outside with Algong there also. Over the second fence, an offer you can't refuse with the lead, Trebizond, Darn Tip Alarm on the extreme outside, followed by Trey Touche as they head quickly towards the third fence. An offer you can't refuse with a slight lead, Darn Tip Alarm, followed by Trebizond, Trey Touche, Najim, Algong, Greek Hero, and Pelagos completes the field. 2 more times to go around the course. An offer you can't refuse, showing the way under Roger Horgan. Darn Tip Alarm is about 3 lengths off the lead, racing in second place. He's followed by Trebizond in third. As they straighten away down the backside of the course and head towards the next fence, an offer you can't refuse, still maintaining a 2.5 length advantage over Darn Tip Alarm, with Trebizond racing in third place as they jump to fourth. An offer you can't refuse with the lead, Darn Tip Alarm and Arch Kinsley racing in second place, followed by Trebizond, Trey Touche, Najim. The leader is at the fifth fence, and offer you can't refuse, still on top by 2.5 lengths. Darn Tip Alarm racing in hand in second place. It's a gap of about 4.5 lengths farther back to Trebizond with Trey Touche. The leader is over the sixth. It's an offer you can't refuse, still with the lead. Racing now towards the seventh of 16 fences. An offer you can't refuse. It's followed over the fence by Darn Tip Alarm. Trey Touche has now moved a bit closer to the leaders with Najim alongside. Algong, Trebizond, Pelagos, and Greek Hero completes the field. An offer you can't refuse, going easily on the front end under Roger Horgan throughout. Darn Tip Alarm stalking him from second, about 2.5 lengths back. Trebizond and Trey Touche dueling for third place. They head towards the next fence. An offer you can't refuse on the inside. Darn Tip Alarm on the outside. Less than a length separates them as they race towards the next fence. At the ninth, an offer you can't refuse, and Darn Tip Alarm, Trey Touche, Najim from the outside, Trebizond moving up. Pelagos from between horses with Algong there also. They head towards and over the 10th fence, Darn Tip Alarm, and an offer you can't refuse, dueling on the front end. Najim moving up on the inside to race in third place with Trebizond right alongside. followed by Trey Touche, All Gong, Pelagos from the outside, and Greek Hero. They race around the turn, and Offer You Can't Refuse, still with the lead, making about a 2-length advantage over Darn Temple Arm, who's raced in second place most of the way. Najim going well, and the Gus Brown moves up. On the extreme outside, Robert Massey has let Trebizond loose, and he races in second place. They head towards the next fence, and Offer You Can't Refuse still with the lead. Trebizond racing in second place, Najim close up in third. Tom Foley moving up on the outside with Pelagos, with All Gone there also, Darn Temple Arm, Trey Touche, tightly bunched over the 12th fence, and Offer You Can't Refuse still with the lead. Najim racing in second place, Trebizond on the outside in third, and here comes Trey Touche moving up the challenge for the lead. It's Najim and Trey Touche, those two heads apart on the front end. Trebizond under pressure to hold on for third. Now Pelagos moves up to take over third as they jump the next fence. Najim on the outside, Trey Touche and Pelagos with a little bit more than 3/8 of a mile to go. Less than a length separates Trey Touche and Najim. Najim with the lead as they race around the turn. Trey Touche racing in second place, and Tom Foley and Pelagos still within striking distance, racing in third, and it's a good ways back to All Gong with only 2 more fences to go. Trey Touche, Najim, and Pelagos. It's between those 3 with All Gong trying to come on the inside. They head towards the final fence. Najim on top, Trey Touche right alongside, Pelagos and Tom Foley there also. An 1/8 of a mile from home, and Trey Touche has the lead. Then Pelagos catches Najim dropping back in third. Trey Touche on top, Pelagos racing in second place. They battle towards the wire, but Trey Touche on top, Pelagos is skating at the wire.
All right, David Bentley, congratulations. Great ride, great run down the stretch. Talk about the race. We were following it up here, but you had a better view than we did.
Yeah, he's a very, very tough horse. He's run right-handed once in his career at Galloway Gardens, and he didn't run very good. He didn't like going right-handed, so we were a little bit skeptical about him going right-handed today. So I made sure I got an inside trip to help me get around the bends. He's actually a better horse on better ground. You know, he was struggling a little bit in the ground today, but he's just so tough. He never knows when to give in. You know, all the way up the straight, he's given his all, and he just stuck his neck out, you know, on the line.
Coming down the back stretch, coming into the clubhouse turn, that seems to be the turning point of the race.
Yeah, I've jumped my way to the last hurdle down the backside. I've drawn up sides Gus Brown, and we're not actually going that quick, and the ground is very, very sticky and holding on the bottom turn. So we're not going very quick, and we're both pretty much hard at it. So it was a slog for the rider and for Trey Touche.
Well, Trey Touche will be ready to go here, I guess, in a couple of weeks at Far Hills.
Yeah, fingers crossed, all being well, he comes at this race, we'll go straight to Far Hills, and you know, he's proven today that he's capable of going there.
Well, David Bentley, this is not the first time we've seen you in the winner's circle. Certainly won't be the last. Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
Well done. Nice ride.
Conchino completes the field. They've got one more time to go around after this. Last Canoe and Bold Quest, those two fighting for the lead. Little Caveat racing in third place. Okie Dokie Smoking moving up in fourth. Acro with Kenny's Crossing, Desert Fling between horses. Call Me Casanova, Firm Warning, Allen Crowd, and Conchino. Still a long ways from home. Little Caveat out in the middle of the course with Last Canoe. Desert Fling on the extreme outside. As they come straight at us with one more time to go around, Little Caveat, Bold Quest on the outside. Call Me Casanova moving up with Okie Dokie Smoky there also in Acco. Little Caveat, Bold Quest, Last Canoe. Okie Dokie Smoky from between horses. Call Me Casanova on the extreme outside, losing ground. Desert Fling moving up on the inside, saving the ground around a turn, and now battling for fourth. Little Caveat leads by about a length and a half. Task Canoe racing in second place. Gold Quest losing ground as he goes wide around the turn. Little Caveat is the horse catching. He's got about a three-quarters of a late lead. Here comes Anthony Aguilar moving up on the outside with Acco. Gold Quest coming back again on the extreme outside with Okie Dokie Smoky between horses. Call Me Casanova there also as they got about a mile to go. Little Caveat with the lead. Call Me Casanova moving up on the outside. Acco from between horses puts his nose out in front. Acco, Little Caveat, and Call Me Casanova. Those three less than a length apart from the front end. Okie Dokie Smoky racing in fourth place as they race into the final 7 of a mile. Little Caveat and Call Me Casanova. Call Me Casanova and Arm Silks on the outside. Little Caveat on the inside running in second place. Acco in third as they race around the turn. That's Kenny's Crossing in third. Acco dropping back in fourth with Okie Dokie Smoky racing in fifth. Call Me Casanova with the lead as they race into the final quarter of a mile. Call Me Casanova with David Nunn on top showing the way. Little Caveat and Kenny's Crossing racing in second place and making up ground on the Gus Crown. They battle into the final 3/16 of a mile. Kenny's Crossing there with Little Caveat racing in third. Call Me Casanova between them in second. Kenny's Crossing leading coming through the stretch of the Gus Crown. Call Me Casanova has to settle for second as Kenny's Crossing wins this with in hand and in command by about 2.5 lengths. Call Me Casanova, Little Caveat, and Alan Pratt.
We're getting a photo op. Winning.
They're all in line and away they go. Out in the middle of the course, Mapo on the outside, Sovereign Storm. Young Dubliner now moving up to take the lead over the first fence. Young Dubliner followed by Mapo, Sovereign Storm on the outside, Glitter and Glimmer with Make Me a Champ, Keep It a Secret, and Little Starvin' Marvin. Young Dubliner and Brian Moran leading towards the second fence. Mapo racing in second place. At the fence, it's Young Dubliner, Mapo jumping in second, Make Me a Champ, Sovereign Storm on the extreme outside, Keep It a Secret, Glitter and Glimmer, and Little Starvin' Marvin. A long ways to go. First of 2 times to go around the course. Young Dubliner with the lead, heading towards the third fence. Mapo racing in second place, Make Me a Champ jumps in third, Keep It a Secret, Glitter and Glimmer, Sovereign Storm, and Little Starvin' Marvin. As they race towards the fourth fence, Young Dubliner still with the lead. Make Me a Champ now moving a bit closer to the pace setters. Mapo racing in second place. Young Dubliner on top. Mapo jumping in second place. Make Me a Champ in third. As they race out of our view, Young Dubliner with the lead. Mapo in second place. When they come back into view, they'll be at the sixth fence. Young Dubliner had the lead when they went out of sight. They come back into view, Young Dubliner on top, followed by Mapo, Make Me a Champ, Keep It a Secret. At the fence, Young Dubliner will have the lead, Mapo racing in second. Approaching the fence, Young Dubliner on top by about 1.25 lengths. Mapo in second place, Make Me a Champ close up in third as they go out of view again. Young Dubliner with the lead, Mapo in second place, Make Me a Champ in third, Keep It a Secret, Glitter and Glimmer there also. First of 2 times to go around the course, Young Dubliner has set the pace under Brian Moran. Mapo close up in second with Make Me a Champ and Chip Miller right off of them in third. Keep It a Secret and Glitter and Glimmer, Sovereign Storm, and Little Starvin' Marvin as they come back into the main part of the course. Young Dubliner with the lead, maintaining about 1.5 to 2 length advantage. Arch Kinsley and Mapo going easily in second place, as does Make Me a Champ in third. On the inside, Keep It a Secret, Glitter and Glimmer, Sovereign Storm, and Little Starvin' Marvin as they head towards the next fence. They're approaching the 7th of 18 fences. Young Dubliner and Brian Moran on top by a length. Mapo jumping in second place. Make Me a Champ moves up on the inside to take over second with Mapo right alongside. Keep It a Secret in third. Over the 8th fence, Young Dubliner is followed by Make Me a Champ, Mapo, Keep It a Secret, Sovereign Storm, Glitter and Glimmer, and Little Starvin' Marvin. Still a long ways to go. First of 2 times around the course. At the next fence, Young Dubliner on the outside. Make Me a Champ moves up in second place. Mapo in third. Keep It a Secret, Glitter and Glimmer, Sovereign Storm there also with Little Starvin' Marvin as they race into the turn. Young Dubliner, winner of the Maryland Hunt Cup with the lead. Make Me a Champ, winner of the Virginia Gold Cup, racing in second. And Mapo close up in third. Keep It a Secret races in fourth, only about 4 lengths off the lead as they turn towards the next fence. Young Dubliner set the pace throughout. Make Me a Champ and Mapo racing closest to him. Over the 10th fence, Young Dubliner. That's Glitter and Glimmer losing his rider. Young Dubliner on top, Mapo in second place. Make Me a Champ with Keep It a Secret, Sovereign Storm, and Little Starvin' Marvin. At the 11th fence, Young Dubliner is followed over that one by Mapo. Make Me a Champ and Chip Miller on the outside in third. Tom Foley racing in fourth with Keep It a Secret, and J.W. Delozier has Sovereign Storm within striking distance, and completing the field is Little Starvin' Marvin as they start to get strung out a bit with Young Dubliner jumping with the lead. Mapo in second place over the 12th fence. Make Me a Champ in third. Keep It a Secret, Sovereign Storm, Little Starvin' Marvin. A long ways to go. Young Dubliner has set the pace all of the way. Mapo has stalked him almost every step that they've run with Make Me a Champ close up in third. At the fence, Young Dubliner. Mapo jumping in second place. Make Me a Champ in third. Keep It a Secret racing in fourth. Young Dubliner maintaining about a 6-length advantage over Mapo with Make Me a Champ close up in third. They come back into view. Young Dubliner has widened that advantage to about 7. Mapo jumps in second place. Make Me a Champ in third, followed by Keep It a Secret, Sovereign Storm, and Little Starvin' Marvin. Strung out as they race around the turn. Young Dubliner the one to catch. Mapo closest to him, maybe 7 lengths back, racing in second place. Make Me a Champ on the outside in third with Keep It a Secret, Sovereign Storm there also, and Little Starvin' Marvin. They race back towards the main field. Young Dubliner having it its own way on the front end. Mapo racing in second place. Back in the main course, Young Dubliner feeling a bit of pressure from Brian Moran as Mapo is making up some ground. Now only about 6 lengths separates them with Keep It a Secret, Make Me a Champ, Sovereign Storm, and Little Starvin' Marvin. Young Dubliner still going well on the front end as they head towards the 15th of 18 fences. Young Dubliner is the one to catch. Mapo going well in second place. Keep It a Secret and Make Me a Champ. Young Dubliner running and jumping on the front end with a 5-length advantage. Mapo racing in second place. Keep It a Secret is another 8 lengths back, racing in third, followed by Make Me a Champ. Over the next, Young Dubliner, Mapo in second. Now only about 4 lengths separates them with 2 fences to go. Young Dubliner with the lead. Mapo racing in second. At the second last, Young Dubliner still on top. Mapo in second place. Keep It a Secret racing third. Make Me a Champion for Sovereign Storm and Little Starvin' Marvin. The race is on the front end where Young Dubliner is going to try hold off Mapo in the final 3/8 of a mile. Young Dubliner with the lead, making about a 2-length advantage. Mapo going easily for Arch Kinsley in second place and moving up on the outside, making up ground with every stride. Less than a length separates them as they have a 1/4 mile to run. Mapo on the outside, Young Dubliner racing in second place. Here comes Make Me a Champ again on the outside with Keep It a Secret racing in 4th place. They battle towards the final fence. Mapo on top, Young Dubliner, Make Me a Champ. Make Me a Champ takes over second place as Young Dubliner drops back. Mapo has the lead over the last. Make Me a Champ racing in second place. Mapo now pulling away to an easy win here on the Arch Kinsley. It's Mapo all alone at the wire, in hand and in command. Make Me a Champ and Young Dubliner.
Pick up your 2003 Mercedes-Benz.
J.W. Delosier, the winning jockey here, and J.W. somewhat of a bizarre race, but nevertheless, congratulations.
Thank you. Certainly was. After about a mile, I guess a mile and a half into the race, we were down there at the far end of the race course, and the field decided they were going to go to the left of a red flag, which we were to obey on the right side. And I was, at that point, kind of struggling through this ground a little bit and in the back of the pack. And I noticed them go off course, and so I stayed on course. And that made my the pressure a little bit, greater, because then I had to make sure that, I got this horse home after 3.5 miles in soft ground. So, and they proceeded to do it again for the second time to go off course, and I stayed on, and I guess it pays to pay attention. So.
They're all in line and away they go. Ross Bryan on the outside under Matt McCarron with the lead. Fetzer now moving up in the middle of the course. Higher there also, Homage now moving up. Hira goes to the lead under Michael Cooney. Fetzer racing in second place. Homage in third, followed by Ross Bryan. Blackchester's on the inside, Corona Effect on the extreme outside. It's Only a Game and Bug River as they jump the second fence. Hira with the lead. Fetzer racing in second place. Hira on top by less than a length. Fetzer now moving up to take command. It's Fetzer and Robert Massey showing the way towards the third fence. Hira jumps in second place. Homage in third. Ross Bryan on the extreme outside, Corona Effect with Blackchester's also. Bug River and It's Only a Game completes the field as they head towards the fourth fence. Fetzer on the inside with the advantage. Ross Bryan right alongside, racing in second place. Homage in third as they go out of sight. Fetzer had the lead when they went out of our view. Homage now racing in second. Ross Bryan moving up on the outside to take over second as Homage drops back into fourth place. When they come back into view, they'll be heading towards the sixth fence. And here they come. Fetzer has the lead. Corona Effect racing in second place. Ross Bryan in third. Homage on the inside, racing in fourth place. Bug River right alongside. Black Chester's jumps next to last, and Hyra completes the field as they go out of our sight again. They come back into view. Billy Meister has the lead on Corona Effect. Fetzer close up racing in second place. Ross Bryan from the outside in third, with Homage racing in fourth. Bug River right alongside. Black Chester's and Hyra completing the field. Fetzer now has regained the slight advantage. Fetzer, Ross Bryan, Corona Effect, Bug River, Homage, Black Chester, and Hyra as they come back into the main course. Fetzer and Robert Massey with about a 2-length advantage. Ross Bryan racing in second place. Corona Effect close up in third under Billy Meister. Homage on the outside of Bug River. Those two dueling for fourth, with Black Chester's next to last and Hyra last. But it's only about 8 lengths front to back, so they're very tightly bunched, and it's anybody's horse race as they head towards the 7th. Fetzer with less than a length advantage. Ross Bryan out jumps him and jumps to the lead, and Homage lost his rider. Ross Bryan on top by less than a length. Corona Effect now racing in second place. Fetzer in third. Bug River, Black Chester's, and Hyra as they jump the 8th and heading quickly towards the 9th. Ross Bryan and Matt McCarron on top now. Corona Effect jumping in second place. Fetzer in third. Bug River and Chip Miller have taken over fourth place. Fetzer dropping back as Bug River comes on and claims third. The race towards the turn, Ross Bryan now opening up about a 7-length advantage over Corona Effect. Bug River on the outside racing in third place with Fetzer, Black Chester's, and Hyra. One more time to go around after this. Still anybody's horse race. Ross Bryan is the one to catch. Bug River closest to him racing in second place with Fetzer there also. Corona Effect close up too. They head towards the next fence. Ross Bryan will be there first. Chip Miller and Bug River have made up ground on the inside, as has Billy Meister on Corona Effect on the outside, racing in third. Black Chester's and Jody Petty now moving a bit closer in fourth with Fetzer and Hyra. As they jump the 11th fence, Ross Bryan, Bug River, Black Chester's on the outside, going better and taking over third now with Corona Effect alongside. Hyra racing in fifth place, and Fetzer still only about 8 or 9 lengths front to back. Anybody's horse race. They enter the final time around the course. Ross Bryan leads over the 12th. Bug River and Chip Miller racing in second place. Those two are with less than a length apart on the front end, with Black Chester's now taking over third place. Corona Effect in fourth, followed by Fetzer and Hyra. Bug River and Chip Miller on top. Black Chester's now moving a bit closer in third. Ross Bryan holding on to second. Ross Bryan saving ground on the inside, less than a length behind the leader, now making about a length and a quarter. Bug River on top. Ross Bryan in second place. Black Chester's in third. Corona Effect racing in fourth place. A half length separates the leaders. Now Bug River scoots away to open up about a 3-length advantage at the finish. Ross Bryan jumping in second place. Black Chester's close up in third. Hyra is taking over fourth as Corona Effect drops back and Fetzer is last. Still a long ways to go. Bug River and Chip Miller with the lead, about 2 lengths clear of Ross Bryan, with Black Chester's and Jody Petty well within striking distance racing in third. Michael Cooney has taken over fourth place with Hyra. Corona Effect coming back again on the outside in fifth, as does Fetzer. Tightly bunched as they head back towards the main field. Bug River, Ross Bryan, Fetzer has rallied from last to regain third. Black Chester's now coming back again on the outside with Fetzer right alongside. All of them are going well as they race into the final mile of the race. Bug River now less than a length off of Ross Bryan, with Black Chesters ahead behind Fetzer, who's in third place. They head towards the 15th fence. Bug River and Ross Bryan about a length and a quarter separating them at the fence. Bug River on top, Ross Bryan racing in second place. Fetzer now moving up to take over third with Black Chesters, Hyra, and Corona Effect. At the third last, Bug River now extending that advantage to about 3.5 lengths. Ross Bryan racing in second place, Fetzer in third, Black Chester, Hyra, and Corona Effect as they head towards and over the next. Bug River now with a little bit more than 3/8 of a mile to go has the lead. Bug River on top, Ross Bryan racing in second place. Fetzer right alongside in third with Black Chesters racing in fourth. Fetzer making up ground and has taken over second and has about 3 lengths to make up on the leader in the final quarter of a mile. Bug River and Chip Miller showing the way towards the last. Robert Massey and Fetzer making up ground with every stride as they got less than a quarter of a mile to go. Bug River, Fetzer, and Ross Bryan with Hyra and Black Chesters. They head towards the final fence. Looks like a couple of them are pulling up. That's Bug River and Ross Bryan. The race is on the front end where Fetzer and Hyra with Black Chesters there also. Fetzer on the outside, Black Chester on the inside. They battle towards the wire with Hyra racing in third. Fetzer with the lead. Black Chesters and Jody Petty trying to get there. Fetzer by a long neck. Black Chesters and Hyra.
Great highlights of his life, however, was riding the great blockade.
They're all in line. And Hall of Angels goes to the lead at once under Jack Fisher. Shimmer Shimmer racing in second place, followed by Kibla, Case Sir Kiss, Bruno Castelli, and Melting. Setting a quick pace towards the first fence. Hall of Angels and Jack Fisher on top by about 3 to 4 lengths. Shimmer Shimmer and Dinah Gillum jumping in second place. Kibla in third. Case Sir Kiss, Bruno Castelli, and Melting as they head away from us towards the second fence. Hall of Angels went to the lead at once, still maintains a clear advantage. Case Sir Kiss and Walter McGee now speeding up to take over the lead. Case Sir Kiss on top, Hall of Angels in second place, followed by Shimmer Shimmer, Kibla, Bruno Castelli, and Melting as they go out of sight. Case Sir Kiss on top by about 4 lengths when they went out of our view. Hall of Angels was racing in second place. Good ways back to the others. They should be coming back into view shortly. Case Sir Kiss and Walter McGee on top. Hall of Angels 5 lengths back racing in second place. A gap of at least 10 more lengths back to Shimmer Shimmer, Kibla, Bruno Castelli, and Melting as the distant trailer. Long ways to go as they jump the fourth fence. Case Sir Kiss has the lead. Hall of Angels racing in second place. A long ways back to Shimmer Shimmer in third. Following Shimmer Shimmer is Kibla with Bruno Castelli and Melting. Now less than 2 lengths separates our leaders. Case Sir Kiss on top. Hall of Angels dropping a bit farther back in second place. Settling now. Shimmer Shimmer moving up in third with Kibla, Bruno Castelli, and Melting as they're strung out a bit now. Case Sir Kiss opening up at least a 15-length advantage. Shimmer Shimmer and Diana Gillum now racing in second place as Hall of Angels drops back into third. Kibla and Jim Whitner racing in fourth, followed Bruno Castelli and Melting. They head towards the fifth fence. Case Sir Kiss on top by at least 15 lengths. Shimmer Shimmer now approaching and jumping in second place. Hall of Angels going well for Jack Fisher, now moving up the challenge for second and taking over second. Bruno Castelli leads Kaser Kiss with the lead. Hall of Angels in second place. Shimmer Shimmer in third. Kibla, Bruno Castelli, and Melting. They head towards the next fence. Kaser Kiss on top by at least 5. Hall of Angels jumping in second place. Kibla and Shimmer Shimmer racing in third and fourth. Bruno Castelli and Melting completing the field as they race towards the far turn. Kaser Kiss has been on the lead a good portion of the way. Hall of Angels stalks him from second place. About 6 lengths separates those two as they race around the turn. Kaser Kiss widening that advantage on the turn. Hall of Angels racing in second place, followed by Shimmer Shimmer, Kibla, Bruno Castelli, and Melting. They head now towards the 8th fence. Kaser Kiss is the one to catch. Hall of Angels on the outside now jumping in second place. Shimmer Shimmer, Kibla, Bruno Castelli, and Melting. One more time to go around. Kaser Kiss with the lead under Walter McGee. Jack Fisher moving up on the outside with Hall of Angels, now moving closer to the leader. Kibla and Shimmer Shimmer racing in third and fourth. Shimmer Shimmer in third. Kibla in fourth. Bruno Castelli is followed by Melting. Kaser Kiss on top by about 2.5 lengths. Hall of Angels racing in second place. Shimmer Shimmer is another 4 lengths farther back in third. Kaser Kiss at the 10th with the lead. Hall of Angels jumping in second place. Kibla in third. Shimmer Shimmer, Bruno Castelli, and Melting. Kaser Kiss still setting the pace. Hall of Angels stalking him from second. Shimmer Shimmer and Kibla. Kibla racing in third. Shimmer Shimmer right alongside and regaining third. They head towards and over the 11th fence. Kaser Kiss on the inside. Hall of Angels on the extreme outside. Hall of Angels now goes to the lead and opens up by about 6 lengths. Kaser Kiss racing in second place, followed by Shimmer Shimmer in third. Hall of Angels on top by at least 9 or 10 lengths now. Shimmer Shimmer jumping in second place. Kibla going well there. Takes over third as Kaser Kiss drops back in fourth. Melting and Bruno Castelli complete the field. All alone on the front end is Jack Fisher and Hall of Angels, now on top by about 8 lengths. Dinah Gillum is trying to make a race out of it with Shimmer Shimmer, and they inch closer to the leader as they head back towards the main field of the course. Hall of Angels now on top by about 2.5 lengths. Shimmer Shimmer racing in second place. Kibla in third. Brian Carell is rallied from last on the gray to now challenge for third place. That's Melting right alongside Kibla and moving to the lead. Hall of Angels, Melting on the outside, Shimmer Shimmer from between horses, Kibla racing in third. Hall of Angels dropping back into fourth. They straighten away along the backside. Shimmer Shimmer on top, Melting racing in second place, Kibla and Jim Whitner on the inside in third place. Hall of Angels, Bruno Castelli, and Kaser Kiss. They head towards the next fence. Shimmer Shimmer going well there, moves up alongside Melting. Their heads apart on the front end with Kibla another length farther back racing in third. Only 3 fences remain. The leaders are dueling. Shimmer Shimmer with the lead. Kibla and Jim Whitner now moving up to challenge for the lead as Melting drops back a bit racing in third. Hall of Angels and Bruno Castelli as Kaser Kiss pulls up. At the second last, they're tightly bunched on the front end. Shimmer Shimmer on the outside, Kibla on the inside, Melting now shortening strides and dropping back into third as Hall of Angels moves up to take over third and is trying to rally towards the leaders. Shimmer Shimmer is the one to catch, and he's got about a 5 or 6 length lead. Here comes Hall of Angels and Jack Fisher making up ground in second place, and Bruno Castelli and Chris Lyons on the extreme outside in third. As they straighten away for home with only one more fence to go, Shimmer on top, Hall of Angels, Bruno Castelli, Kiblaw, and Melting. They battle towards the last. Shimmer on top, Bruno Castelli trying to get there, Hall of Angels racing in third, Melting pulling up over the last. Bruno Castelli takes out a rail, but he goes to the lead. Shimmer racing in second place. Bruno Castelli on top, and here comes Shimmer coming back again on the inside. Shimmer regains the lead, and the Diana Gilliman wins this and going away by about 5 lengths. Shimmer, Bruno Castelli, and Hall of Angels.
In second place, number 6, Bruno Castelli, owned by Waverton Farm, trained and ridden by Christopher Lyons.